That's
this
what
is
I said.
the dumbest
That's exactly,
fucking show.
I get. Our friends at PharmaJanes.com sent us these vaporizers, and it's.
Ew. Oh, that's terrible.
You don't like it?
No. What is it tastes like the fake cigarettes they give you on set.
It is a little tobacco-y today. Is there a chance there's like a mistake or something, and we got like a spliff version of this product?
That doesn't taste good.
It's just organic oil?
Yeah.
It really does taste tobacco-y this time.
Yeah, it's or like oregano or something. I didn't like it. All right.
David Cross, not a fan. So then you've smoked.
How is this even remotely entertaining?
That's
this
what
is
I
the
said.
dumbest
That's exactly,
fucking show.
I told them, I get let off. He's a real table
What is
taker.
this thing? Oh, wow.
That's a really nice grinder that I just brought in today for the first time that somebody sent me. And
I can't believe the shit they get away with. This extraneous, useless, unnecessary stuff that is part of the commerce of the marijuana culture. Like, how much did this cost? This has some weight to it, and it's a fucking grinder.
yeah,
I mean, you could do that with
It's a good
fork.
one.
You know?
you could do it with this plastic thing.
Yeah.
but I
you also
I
don't
like
even
it.
need that.
I'm a fan. And there's a little thing you open the side, and there's a hole that you can dump it out. You don't even have to touch it.
Well, what?
I mean, you have to touch it to put it in the first place, I guess.
Well,
This is fun. This doesn't have much in it, and you can just.
this looks like wasabi.
I'm still trying to tackle this thing. I never do it right. So it's always fun to try and then get instructions on the internet from people how to do it.
All right. Oh, Jesus. Is there
You could have some vitamin.
med alert?
Emergency? Do you want some emergency?
No! Emergency!
Is he flying in with it?
Why is he so far away?
I don't know what's.
What's
I don't
the
know
point?
what's taking so long. We do a thing on the show called High History, where we just ask you about your history. You mentioned already
This
that you were already smoking at 13.
Right.
So
Well,
how
you
much
know,
earlier did it start?
Oh, I don't think earlier. I think it was around 13. I know I was in Georgia. I was at our first apartment complex. We lived there, so it put me at about between 12 and 15. So it was right around bar mitzvah time. So
Okay.
let's go give or take 13.
Yeah, and just pretty steady ever since, or do you have like a long
You wanna
period
clear
of?
your throat?
No, I'm
Take
good.
a second. Take a second. Some water over there.
I always sound terrible like this, especially lately. I've been
All right. Well,
fighting some illnesses.
have some more. Well, that's great. That's good news.
We're not going to share that pipe or anything. You can smoke your own things, so you
I
don't.
can take it home.
And if you want to do that too, yeah. So then you've smoked.
How is this even remotely entertaining?
That's
this
what
is
I
the
said.
dumbest
That's exactly,
fucking show.
I told them. I told people on the crew several things that you would say during the course of the show, and you were nailing it. I knew you would be like, "Why is this a show?" Because people are watching it or high. They're smoking with us.
But I don't.
It's like sit down and smoke. What would it be like to smoke with David Cross?
I get that.
That's what's happening right now.
I get that it wouldn't be entertaining. The implication is that to be entertained by it, you should be high. But
I think you could laugh at it without being high also.
no.
David, you said you like to drink. What is your go-to cocktail? And that dank_bowl wants to know.
I don't really drink cocktails very much. If ever.
You're a beer guy.
I'm beer and like shots, you know, or occasionally, and I like red wine, and occasionally I'll have like, well, what's left? Wine, beer, shots,
Yeah,
you know,
cocktails.
but I don't really
That's
do
the whole game.
I don't get like, you know,
Vodka drink, lager drink, cider drink, whiskey drink.
yeah, I just don't do like martinis or whiskey sours or any of those things.
Yeah. I want somebody to come on this show. Do you think you know anybody that's like, you know, an actor or something that doesn't smoke at all and would just try it once on something like this?
I don't know if this would be the thing they'd
I
try
don't think
it on.
so. People that smoke a lot don't want to do it on this because they just don't. They're worried about how they're gonna.
I'm surprised that I did it. I can't. The whole time I'm like, I'm not going to do it. Not like I was adamant about it, but I was like, yeah, fuck it, no. And as soon as you offered, I didn't even like hesitate. And I wish I hadn't, but you did provide a driver, so that's good.
And you know.
And you know what? I got to say, minus these cameras, this is a pretty good high, whatever this is. I like it.
Yeah, let me reiterate that it's the J1.
Yeah.
Yeah, and David likes it.
It's good.
That's his review.
I mean, I've been in a number of occasions where I couldn't believe my luck, and a number of them have to do with drugs, but this one was insanely lucky. You're talking about the one in Burbank when we were going to Vegas and Brian? Yeah. So, oh, well, you know the story already.
Yeah,
Right,
you're
never
telling
mind.
them.
Okay. Oh, shit. All right. I was going to Vegas. There were a bunch of us, and there were like 9 of us going to Vegas, and there was at a Burbank airport, which is a very small airport. And this is pre 9/11, so they weren't like really, there's no terrorist stuff at that point. But
Kept your shoes on.
yep, kept all that. But so I had stupidly, I didn't even try to hide it. It was like, you know, underneath the socks, and it was you know, a nice, it's, you know, whatever. It was
In a
stupid.
carry-on.
In a carry-on, yeah. And I got through security, that was fine. And then when we got to the gate, they were just doing a random, I'd never even seen this before, random pulling people out, like, you know, 3 out of 30 or 45 people, and doing a bag search. And they pulled me out, and I had to go.
That's really unlucky right there.
Right. That's unlucky because that not only am I not going to join my friends in Vegas, but I was going to go to jail. And so the woman who pulled us out was kind of harsh and a little daunting, you know. And I'm like, I'm fucked. I can't get out of this, and my brain is scrambling. Like, what am I gonna do? What am I gonna say? And I'm starting to think, oh, I write on a show, and my friend Brian put it in there. He knew I was going to Vegas. I didn't even know Brian, you know. And
Brian would be like, no, I didn't.
My head is scrambling, and she goes, go around the corner, and you know, this woman who barely, and I mean barely, spoke any English, if 5 words. And she passes me off to her. We go around the corner from where the gate is, or where her desk is. And so now it's just me and this woman, and she takes my bag, and she's like, and I said, wait, oh no, she opens it up, and she's like, ¿Qué dices? You know, and I'm like, oh, that's what you think it is. Trying, like, I'm cleverly not saying it's weed, you know, in a court of law later.
Sure.
And I'm
smart.
And I'm like, yeah. So I'm like, that's what you probably think it is. And she's just sort of holding it and shaking her head, and I'm like standing there, like,
yeah. Whose move is it?
And then I was like, should I? You can take it. Should I just get rid of it? And she's like, yeah, you need to get rid of this. And she said in her broken English.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay. And I can't believe this is happening. It's taken me a while to like catch up to, like, is she giving it to me to go? I said, because I said I'll dump it, I'll throw it in the trash. And she's like nodding her head. And I'm like, okay. And I can't believe this is really happening. So I take it and I put it in my pocket. And I went to the bathroom, and I really debated for about 15, 20 seconds, like, can I just sneak it back in? I thought, that's retarded.
Try again.
So I dumped it in the trash can, and I told her, I was like, yeah, I got rid of it. And she's like, okay, and zipped up my bag, and I got on the plane.
That's like.
But she was not in a position, or see, now I'm high. I can't even tell the story. It's dumb.
People love it. It's a good story. Smoked.
How is this even remotely entertaining?
That's
this
what
is
I
the
said.
dumbest
That's exactly,
fucking show.
I told them, I get let off. What's so funny? It makes things that you enjoy funnier. You know, like like an episode of Mr. Show like is really hilarious when you're high, but it doesn't make things that aren't funny funny.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
It doesn't change you that much.
No, yeah.
You still keep your sense of humor. You just probably laugh harder.
It's not acid. You know?
No, it is not.
Yeah.
And you've had a lot of experience with pretty much everything. Mm-hmm. Is there a drug out there now that you have not tried?
Yeah, I never had
crack.
No, I've had crack.
Okay.
That was the one thing. I've talked about this on stage where I've always had prided myself on like my willpower and like I'm never going to get too deep. And I've tried so many things, you know, a couple of times and never got like that addiction feeling. Mm-hmm. And I was in London and I ended up, it was really crazy, but I ended up smoking crack with this musician guy who sang at a fish and chips place in Camden, and upstairs in his filthy apartment. There were classic dishes in the empty fish tank, you know, that kind of classic set dressing kind of crack den. And I didn't know this guy, and these two like pretty annoying women, kind of drunk, like 50-year-old British women who were up there in the room with us, and it was so great. And I was smoking, and then and we smoked everything. And he's like, "Should we get some more?" And I'm very proud of myself for leaving, and I really wanted to stay, and I knew that if I stayed, it was going to be sun up, and you know I was doing shows in London, and I knew that my life would change for the worse. Like I could see it. Like if I fuck this up, because I'll just stay there, and who knows how long you'll be there, and then you start justifying it by going like, it's going to be a great story, man, you know, and I'm going to be like James Fry, and it's an inside joke. But
inside what?
No, it's not inside.
Inside of what
literal
space?
People who, yeah, you're right. I don't know why I said that, but yeah, that was when I walked away from. Never had it again, because it would.
That's good. Good job.
Yeah, it's amazing. It's great.
All right, well.
Don't do it.
So you're okay. Don't do it.
Don't. No, I'm telling you.
That's the lesson. Don't do it. But it is amazing.
Yeah, that's why people get fucked up on crack, and it ruins lives.
So it's always fun to try and then get instructions on the internet from people how to do it.
All right. Oh, Jesus.
I almost cleared it that time, but still can't do it. I leave my finger on it for too long.
All right. Well, thank you so much.
Right.
I'm going to take
Thank you for coming by.
Yep.
It was
There's
great
a driver,
to have
right?
you. Yeah, the driver will take you home.
Oh boy. All right, man. This show seems kind of stupid, but whatever. Hey guys.
Oh my God.